All right, there's no doubt that there are unlimited amounts of tools out there to manage your YouTube channel, but in growing these YouTube channels, over a dozen of them now, I have narrowed it down to 7 of the best free tools that I use each and every day to manage my channel. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons of a lot of these things, but these ones are free. I definitely use a couple paid ones here and there, but if you want to just go all straight free, you're balling on a budget, hey, I'm telling you right now, this is going to save you so much time and especially that money. And we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkie with the YouTube Agents. In this channel, I teach entrepreneurs, business people, real estate professionals grow massive real estate YouTube channels that get them business from people they want to do business from. It's an amazing platform. I teach it all for free here, so make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time I do a new video. All right, so yes, I've built so many YouTube channels. I've done so many different platforms. I've got a list of them right here that I'm going to be going through and telling you kind of my personal stories with them, the pros, the cons. But honestly, a lot of these I'm still using to this day. So YouTube is just one of the most amazing platforms on planet Earth, because where else do you get to be yourself, talk about things you love or things that you're very knowledgeable about and make a ton of money doing it? So, there's some tools that can really make your channel be better, to excel and to accelerate your channel. But just know that none of these tools really are what bring in all the views, the subscribers. They can help you definitely, but that's also not important. I hate, prefacing a lot of this with you need subscribers and views. You don't. You can have very, very direct to consumer videos, and using a lot of these tools will help you with that. So first and foremost, one thing that I've learned, number one thing that YouTube wants is that average view time. It wants people on its platform for as long as possible. So first of all, the first tool I use, YouTube Music. If you go to your YouTube studio, you'll click that. You go down, there's actual YouTube Music. It's right there. There's a free tab, and they have hundreds of thousands of free music. So with that average view time, I found that just by adding music, very lightly in the background, or maybe doing a transition, of you talking and then, you showing something with some music in the background, it just really helps to, that average view time. People just enjoy that. Now, the one thing is, and I've made this mistake way too many times, is if you put your music too loud. So editor, kick in some music right now that's too loud. Now you're hearing me talk right now, but when that music is just too loud, either one, it'll like blow out their speakers, or two, you can't really hear what I'm saying. All right, now turn that music back down, editor. So music in the background can definitely help you, and YouTube has its free, copyright free music on there. So you can go there, and the cool thing is you can actually search it. So I love, hip hop, rap, upbeat hip hop. I think it makes killer vlogs. So I can go right in there by genre and type in hip hop, and it's going to bring up literally thousands and thousands and thousands of these free music folders that you can download. So that's amazing. Now, I will tell you there's some other avenues out there in the internet for you to get free music. But the problem is, if you want it absolutely free, and the reason I'm laughing is I used to do this because I didn't really care. I would just upload it. You're going to have a watermark. Now, you're going to have a digital watermark in your sound. And if Jesse watches this video, he's going to laugh too. I used to use Soundstripe. Soundstripe's free, but they're going to put that logo in there. So what you're going to hear is Soundstripe, like every 10 seconds, 20 seconds in the background of your music. So that's what a lot of those companies have done, is said, hey, we have free royalty-free music, but if you download that and use it, it's going to have their digital watermark in there until you pay them. So YouTube, absolutely free. All right, this tool, I'm telling you right now, is one of the coolest websites. And I honestly don't even know how. In fact, I do know how they do it for free. It's a bunch of creators out there, and what this website is called is Pexels, Pexels, Pexels. So this is one that I ran across a long time ago, and it has a ton of free stock photos and free stock video. Yes, video. So you're not going to really find a lot of video that maybe pertains to your city, to your business, whatever, like actually your business or city. But the amazing part about B-roll and stock video and stock footage is that you can get stuff related to what you're talking about. So one thing that I always put in my videos, and I brand myself as I love brewskis. Many of you know me. Talk about brewskis. I will actually talk about, hey, the other day we were in this Irvington neighborhood. The one thing I love is you go right down Main Street. There's so many different like independent coffee shops, restaurants, and breweries. I love breweries. So, you can go in there, get your craft brewski. So what I'm going to do is go to Pexels and I'm going to type in friends drinking beer. And it brings these amazing high res pictures and even some videos. And so I don't actually need me doing it or me going out and showing it. I can go to Pexels and get that free B-roll. Now, that's the cool thing about B-roll. It really helps your average view time as well. And if you can just go to one of these free sites and grab stuff that is related to what you're talking about. Another thing is, hey, when you're moving here, here's 7 steps to save you a ton of time and money. Well, did you know you can actually go to Facebook Marketplace and search for moving boxes? I just did this when I moved to Houston, Texas, and I got hundreds of dollars of boxes for free. But when I'm talking about that, I would go to Pexels and I would type in moving boxes, right? And it's going to find some stock video or stock pictures of a family with a bunch of moving boxes. And so that's really cool B-roll, and that's how I would use it. And it's an amazing free tool. So Pexels, go in there, go hog wild, download it. Now the one thing they do is it's a bunch of creators, and when you download it, it says, hey, share that you downloaded this on Instagram. So if you feel like you want to do somebody a solid for using their stuff, just give them a shout out. That's what they're looking for. You could even put it in the description of your videos, but you don't have to do any of that. It's just all free. Guys, I've built lots of channels, and I give all of my information away for free. You guys know I'm an open book, and anybody new out there, that's what I do. Hundreds of videos teaching you how to grow these YouTube channels and how to do it free. So comment down below some of the tools that you're working with right now that are helping you, and also hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hey, that really helps my videos go. So anyways, let's get back into this. Number 3, the free thing you can do, which I get this question a lot and I highly encourage, your phone. Like I don't mean like just using your phone for video, but go out and get this B-roll. So you can use Pexels and all that, but if you want the authentic, like, hey, we're in Irvington, we're on Southeast Knott Street, or Northeast Knott Street, that's what it is. Go out there and just shoot it with your phone. So what I do now, and now I'm in Houston building these new channels. I'm in every major city, suburb, and I'm just shooting tons of B-roll with my phone. If I'm ever driving somewhere, my wife always makes fun of me. I'll be driving, I kick the camera on. Make sure to turn it horizontal. And just, hold that out the window. You can always take the sound of the wind out, but I am constantly just getting B-roll of signs, stuff that, it makes for really cool B-roll. And so you're always out and about, especially real estate professionals or business professionals, you're in these new neighborhoods. You might see a new sign. Go out there and shoot that B-roll. So then when you're talking about it, you have it. And then create folders. So I create a lot of folders on my external hard drives, and I'll just have that B-roll sitting in there. So that's something that I've absolutely mastered is vlogging. And the reason that our vlogs really work out well, lots and lots of B-roll that I get for free with either my GoPro or my cell phone. All right, I'm going to be coming up on number 7, which is the tool that I use the most every single day, and that actually helps me grow my YouTube channels so fast. But we got to get into number 5 on the list, and that is the YouTube Studio app. So, once you're uploading videos and you have them up, you can actually use the YouTube Studio app. If you have to download the app, and it's different from the YouTube app. So the YouTube Studio actually allows you to go in and manage your YouTube account. And this is when I really started learning. Obviously, I have the analytics on the desktop, but on the go, I can see how videos are going. I can also, sometimes I upload videos and I like misspell a title, or I forget the thumbnail or something. You can't edit that through the general YouTube app. So if you are outgoing, trust me, it's happened to me. I misspelled a word just the other day, and my partner's like, hey man, you misspelled this word. So I was able to go through the YouTube Studio app and correct that. It also has so much easier to get to your analytics and see your traffic source and see where people are discovering your videos and your YouTube channel. That's what I love. I'm constantly in my YouTube Studio app going in and checking out my traffic sources to see where I'm getting the most views. Then I can go in and where I'm getting those views a lot of times obviously is the search. Which keywords? That actually led me, even though we had a Portland, Oregon channel, to understand and know that Vancouver, Washington, the city, suburb, and state to the north of us was driving the majority of our traffic to our Oregon channel. So using the YouTube Studio app has been a game changer for me to, go in and you can actually, comment back to people, monitor comments. You got to have it if you want to grow your YouTube channel. And it's 100% free. Number 6 on the list, this thing made me famous in the YouTube real estate world, and that was iMovie. iMovie is the single greatest editing platform on planet Earth. I'm not going to go into, all of its functions and stuff because I've done so many videos. If you look up special effects on iMovie on my channel, I run you through probably one of the greatest editing courses in about 15 minutes that you can find on the internet, especially for business related and adding B-roll and music. But it's 1,000% free if you are a Mac owner and you're a Windows owner. I know, I hear you right now. You're kind of like, well, that doesn't work for me. But there's Filmora, and you do have some editing platforms on Microsoft. But if you are Apple, I'm telling you right now, you need nothing else in your repertoire for editing other than iMovie. I've made the most killer vlogs ever with a cell phone and that freaking free iMovie. So I think it's the greatest editor out there. I do now pay $299 for Final Cut Pro, only because it allows me to do a little bit more with titles and with transitions and stuff. And it works for both Windows and Microsoft, but it's the exact same program as iMovie. They just give you a little bit more. So iMovie is amazing. I think it's the greatest free editor on the planet. And lastly, what is the number one secret, the best free tool that I use? PicMonkey. Now, I don't just use PicMonkey for thumbnails or anything like that. Like, I use it for everything. I can drag in custom titles. Like right now, you would see a title right now that says the YouTube agents. Well, you can see how there's nothing behind it. It's just the YouTube agents below me right here, and it's a transparent background. You can go into PicMonkey and select a 1080 frame, and you can do any B-roll you want. You can drag pictures in there and a bunch of arrows, so that's where I create my maps. The number one thing about when people are moving, relocating to an area, they don't know what you're talking about. They have no reference points. So I really started creating a bunch of just maps, going to Google, typing in, Houston, Texas, or North Idaho, or whatever, screenshot it, and then you can, in PicMonkey, point an arrow to where you're talking about. You also, 95% of the reason, or over 90% of the reason that your video gets clicked on YouTube is because of that thumbnail. I've tested thousands and thousands of thumbnails. I've also done videos on that, and I make those all in PicMonkey. You can do some of the most killer thumbnails you'll ever find, and I love, love, love. At the click of a button, you can drag a photo. Like I could take a screenshot of myself right now talking. I can drag it into PicMonkey, click a button, and the whole background is removed. I can do those cool outlines for my thumbnails. And then lastly, like I talked about, those titles. So anytime I want to have a really cool title come in and my video editor editing software doesn't have it, then I can go to PicMonkey and make a really cool title, and you can have it do whatever. So PicMonkey allows me to build channel art. It allows me to build my thumbnails. It allows me to build 1080 B-roll, the maps. I am on that thing constantly, almost every single day. It's amazing. Now, I pay $10 a month to get the ability to remove the background, but other than that, it's free. It's really an amazing free tool, and I highly suggest you use that. The other one is, I believe Canva is almost the identical one. They go back and forth, whichever one you're most comfortable with, but to me, PicMonkey's just always stepped up and been at the top when all these new technologies come. They're kicking ass at that. I love all these free YouTube tools. They absolutely help me explode on YouTube, but now you're seeing all these other videos pop up. Start watching those, and I promise you, your YouTube channel, your business, everything will grow. And until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later.